I've read 89 books. 51 of them were released this year. Number 10, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I just enjoy spending time in Sally Rooney's world. I like this one a lot. I don't think it was better than any of other books or worse than any of other books. Blue Ruin by Hari Kunzru, a former artist, drops out of the art world, ends up as like a door dasher during the pandemic, goes to drop off groceries at a house, and the house ends up being his former rival in art school and his former girlfriend who are now living together. And he ends up having to live with them for a couple weeks during the pandemic. It's great. The Bright Sword, a novel of King Arthur by Lev Grossman. It's like a King Arthur, but with a lot of fucks in it, and I loved it. You're Dead by Sam Sachs. This novel is fucked up. It's about a dude who lights himself on fire, and the entire novel takes place from after he sets himself on fire until he dies. It's super fucked up, and I loved it. Rejection by Tony Tillothamut. All short stories dealing with rejection, all very timely, beautiful, heartbreaking. Our Evenings by Alan Hollinghurst. Beautifully written story about a fucking guy. I couldn't even tell you what the plot was, but reading it, I was like, this feels like the reading equivalent of listening to a symphony. Hollinghurst is one of the greatest writers living today. Help Wanted by Adele Waldman. Help Wanted changed the way I think about the world. Changed the way I think about the people who work in these big box stores. People who work in a Walmart. It was all about them and their inner lives, their hopes, their dreams. Gained empathy for an entire class of human beings in America. Number 3, James by Percival Everett. A fucking banger. I think it's like a retelling of Huck Finn from the character Jim. It's not that at all. It is so much more. I love Percival Everett. I love the twist. I love the writing. I love everything about it. Number 2, Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. Incredible book. Could have easily been my number 1. It is a heartbreaking book. Great twist. And when I say great, I mean you do not see it coming and you're like, holy shit. I think it may have made me cry. And my number 1, I think this is an underrated book, is The Heart in Winter by Kevin Barry. It's a Western. It's a romance. The most I laughed out loud at a book this year was one joke in The Heart in Winter by Kevin Barry. Those are my top 10.